The King James Bible, the book of Joshua, chapter 14. And these are the countries which the children of Israel inherited in the land of Canaan, which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel distributed for an inheritance to them. By lot was their inheritance, as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses, for the 9 tribes and for the half-tribe. For Moses had given the inheritance of 2 tribes and a half-tribe on the other side Jordan, but unto the Levites he gave none inheritance among them. For the children of Joseph were 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim. Therefore they got no part unto the Levites in the land, save cities to dwell in, with their suburbs and their cattle and their substance. As the Lord commanded Moses, so the children of Israel did, and they divided the land. Then the children of Judah came unto Joshua in Gilgal, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite said unto him, Thou knowest the thing that the Lord said unto Moses, the man of God, concerning me and thee in Kadesh Barnea. 40 years old was I when Moses the servant of the Lord sent me from Kadesh Barnea to espy out the land, and I brought him word again as it was in mine heart. Nevertheless, my brethren that went up with me made the heart of the people melt, but I wholly followed the Lord my God. And Moses sware on that day, saying, Surely the land whereon thy feet have trodden shall be thine inheritance, and thy children forever, because thou hast wholly followed the Lord my God. And now, behold, the Lord hath kept me alive, as he said, these 45 years, ever since the Lord spake this words unto Moses, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, lo, I am this day 85 years old. And yet I am as strong as the day I was in that day that Moses sent me. And my strength was then, even so is my strength now for war, both to go out and to come in. Now therefore give me this mountain, whereof the Lord spake in that day, for thou heardest in that day how the Anakims were here, and that the cities were great and fenced. If so be the Lord will be with me, then I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. And Joshua blessed him, and gave unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh Hebron for an inheritance. Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite unto this day, because that he wholly followed the Lord God of Israel. And his name for Hebron before was Kirjat-arba, which Arba was a great man among the Anakims, and the land had rest from war. Chapter 15. This then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom. The wilderness of Zin southward was the uttermost part of the south coast, and their south border was from the shore of the salt sea, and from the bay that looketh southward. And it went out to the south side, to Malachrabim, and passed along to Zim, and ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Barnea, and passed along Hezron, and went up to Adar, and fetched a compass to Karka. From thence it passed toward Asmon, and went out unto the river of Egypt, and the goings out of the coast were at the sea. This shall be your south coast. And the east border was the salt sea, even unto the end of Jordan, and their border in the north quarter was from the bay of the sea at the utmost part of Jordan. And the border went up unto Beth Hoglah, and passed along the north of Beth Araba, and the border went up to the stone of Bohan the son of Reuben. And the border went up toward Debir from the valley of Achor, and so northward, looking toward Gilgal, that is before the going up of the Adumim, which is on the south side of the river. And the border passed toward the waters of En Shemesh, and the goings out thereof was En Rogel. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom unto the south side of the Jebusite, the same is Jerusalem. And the border went up to the top of the mountain that lieth before the valley of Hinnom westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants northward. And the border was drawn from the top of the hill unto the fountain of the water of Nepoata, and sent out the cities of Mount Ephron, and the border was drawn to Bala, which is Kirjath-jearim. And the border compassed from Bala westward unto Mount Seir, and passed along unto the side of Mount Jearim, which is Chesalon, and the north side, and went down unto Beth Shemesh, and passed on before Timnah. And the border went out from unto the side of Ekron northward, and the border was drawn to Sikron, and passed along to Mount Bala, and went out unto Jabneel, and the goings out of the border were at the sea. And the west border was to the great sea, and the coast thereof. This is the coast of the children of Judah round about according to their families. And unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave part among the children of Judah according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, even the city of Arba, the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. And Caleb drove thence the three sons of Anak, Shenshai and Ahiman and Talmai, the children of Anak. And he went up thence to the inhabitants of Debir, and the name of Debir before was Kirjath-sepher. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kirjath-sepher and taketh it, to him will I give Achash my daughter to wife. And Onothal the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Achash his daughter to wife. And it came to pass, as she came unto him, that she moved him to ask her of her father a field. And she lighted off her ass, and Caleb said unto her, What wouldest thou? Who answered, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a south land. Give me also springs of water. And he gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of Judah according to their families. And the uttermost cities of the tribe of the children of Judah toward the coast of Edom southward were Kabzeel and Edar and Jagur and Kinnah and Dimonab and Adabna and Kadesh and Hazor and Ithnan, Ziph and Telem, Baaloth, Hazor, Hadattah, and Kiroth and Hezron, which is Hazor, Amam and Shema and Moladah, and Hazar Gaddah and Heshmon and Beth-Palet and Hazar Shual and Beersheba and Bizjothjah, Bala and Ayim and Azim and Eltolad and Chezil and Hormah and Ziklag and Madammanah and Sansannah and Leboath and Shillim and Ain and Rimmon. All the cities are 20, and 9 with the villages, and in the valley of Eshtal and Zorah and Ashtoreth, and Zanoth and Engam and Tappanah and Anam, Jarmuth and Adullam, Socha and Azekah, and Sharaim and Adithaim and Gedera and Jedarathaim, 14 cities with their villages, Zenon and Hadashah and Megdal-Gad, Zenon and Dilan and Mizpah and Jokthel, Lachish and Buzkath and Eglon and Cabin and Lanman and Kishlesh and Gederoth, Beth-Dagon and Nama and Makkadas, 16 cities with their villages, Libnah and Ether and Ashan and Jephthah and Ashnah and Nezib and Keliah and Ashzib and Marehesh, 9 cities with their villages, Ekron with her towns and her villages, from Ekron even unto the sea, all that lay near Ashdod with their villages, Ashdod with her towns and her villages, Gaza with her towns and her villages, unto the river of Egypt and the great sea and the border thereof, and in the mountains Shamir and Jatir and Succoth, and Dana and Kirjath-Sana, which is Debir, and Anab and Eshtemoa, and Anim, and Goshen, and Holon, and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages, Arab, and Duma, and Eshin, and Janan, and Beth-Tappanah, and Aphekah, and Humtah, and Kirjath-Arba, which is Hebron, and Zair, 9 cities with their villages, Maon, Carmel, and Ziph, and Juttah, and Jezreel, and Jokdim, and Zanoah, Cain, Gilba, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages, Halhul, Bethzur, and Gedor, and Merath, and Bethaoth, and Alethkon, 6 cities with their villages, Kirjath-Baal, which is Kirjath-Jearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities and their villages, In the wilderness, Beth Araba, Midian, and Sekah, and Nishshan, and the city of Salt, and En-Gedi, 6 cities with their villages. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day. Chapter 16. And the lot of the children of Joseph fell from Jordan by Jericho unto the water of Jericho unto the east, to the wilderness that goeth up from Jericho throughout Mount Bethel, and goeth out from Bethel to Luz, and passeth along the borders of Archi and Adaroth, along unto the and goeth down westward to the coast of Japhleti, and the coast of Beth-horon, the nether, and to Gezer, and all the goings out thereof are at the sea. So the children of Joseph, Manasseh and Ephraim, took their inheritance. At the border of the children of Ephraim, according to their families, was thus. Even the border of their inheritance on the east side was Adaroth Adar unto Beth-horon the upper. And the border went out toward the sea to Michmetha unto the north side, and the border went about eastward unto Tanath Shiloh, and passed by it on the east to Janohah, and went down from Janohah to Adaroth and to Narah, and came to Jericho, and went out at Jordan. The border went out from Tappa westward unto the river Cana, and the goings out thereof were at the sea. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim by their families, and separate cities of the children of Ephraim were among the inheritance of the children of Manasseh, and all the cities with their villages. And they drave not out the Canaanites that dwelt in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwell among the Ephraimites unto this day, and serve under tribute.